There are many players who try to succeed in the race of social media, and a lot of them fail to reach their destination. But Twitter was one of the few which, in the end, could land on its 2 feet. And now, for the past couple of decades, it has been one of the most prominent platforms where people and officials from companies and governments come to share their peace of mind. After being launched in 2006, its worth grew up to $44 billion this year, and was bought for this price by none other than Elon Musk. But was this massive deal of $44 billion a wise move? Is buying a company which already struggled to bring in revenue regularly for past months a good decision? Is Twitter eventually going bankrupt? Before we answer all these questions, let's first focus on Twitter's business model before Elon Musk's takeover. Twitter separates its revenue into 2 segments. One is advertising, which is the major source of revenue, consisting about 90% of total revenue, and the remaining 10% consists of data licensing and others. In 2021, Twitter generated revenue of $4.5 billion from advertising alone, which amounts to about 89% of total revenue. This advertising includes promoted advertisements, Twitter Amplify, follower advertisements, etc. According to a report done by Cryptopedia, Twitter doesn't sell advertising products only on its own platform. A small portion of these advertising products, which Twitter sells, are also placed on third-party publishers, websites, applications, and other offerings. The rest of the 11% of revenue came from data licensing and other sources, which amount to about $571.8 million. Compared to the previous year of 2020, the revenue for the first segment had a massive increase in it, which was about 40.5%, and in the later segment it was an increase of about 12.3% compared to previous years. But since the expense of Twitter rose at a faster rate compared to its revenue, the company still went into a loss of $221.4 million. While this loss is a major improvement compared to last year when the loss was $1.1 billion. So the question arises, why would anyone want to acquire a business which is consistently in loss for years? Well, the answer is, it's just Elon Musk. Elon Musk is known to be an eccentric billionaire. By now, he has created a company, Neuralink, which implanted neurochips into the brains of monkeys, another company named Boring, which builds tunnels, and made a flamethrower project which was named Not a Flamethrower. You get the idea. He does things which are just, let's say, unconventional. So Elon Musk's love for Twitter should not come as a surprise to anyone, as he has repeatedly shared his views on this platform about this very platform. He believes that if operated right, Twitter can be of great help to mankind. But while it is debatable if Elon loves humanity to the point where he would go out of his way to purchase a social media platform, the fact is for Twitter to remain functional, the platform will have to generate revenue that is higher than its expenses. Even before acquiring Twitter, Elon was influencing its value greatly. When Elon decided to terminate its offer for buying out Twitter, the shares of the platform shrunk by about 11%. The reason for this termination and a whole lot of drama that revolved around this acquisition is also very interesting, but that's a video for another time. For now, the fact that Elon is now heading Twitter and he will need to do some massive changes to make sure that it doesn't go bankrupt, and Elon has already changed a lot of things in this short period of time. Many prominent personalities like Jordan Peterson are now back on Twitter, and even Trump, after a vote held on the platform, is now unbanned. While this change follows up with Elon's mission of making Twitter a free speech platform, according to Elon, there will still be certain content monitoring policies. But the changes we need to focus on today are related to Twitter's financial matters. Elon plans to add multiple revenue sources to the platform, and one of those plans include generating money directly from its users. Blue tick is a very important trademark on Twitter, which normally appears in front of accounts of influencers or government and companies' officials. This way, users can be sure that the information they are receiving is coming from the right sources. Elon Musk wants to change this blue tick into a direct source of revenue by charging $8 monthly for it. While it seems like a great opportunity to increase the revenue of the company, but due to its side effects, Twitter has apparently stopped selling this service of buying verified accounts. According to Twitter, accounts created on or after November 9, 2022 will be unable to subscribe to Twitter Blue at this time. Those side effects were the accounts impersonating figures like Trump and LeBron James, and even companies like Pepsi were impersonated. While Elon is open to the idea of free speech on Twitter, the idea of openly impersonating others is not that appealing. Elon has shared his thoughts on this matter, as well as stating that the accounts which are impersonating others should clearly mention it in their account, saying exactly, "Going forward, accounts engaged in parody must include parody in their name, not just in bio." He further elaborated, "To be more precise, accounts doing parody impersonations. Basically, tricking people is not okay." This is understandable in the online world, where one's reputation can mean a lot to personalities and companies as well. If a single tweet that supposedly came from a verified account starts to trend in a negative effect, it can cost millions of dollars to companies, so no wonder Twitter had to take some action against this problem. But the problems for Twitter don't just end there. Just recently, #RipTwitter started to trend on the platform. According to the reports, Elon has offered his employees to sign up for long hours at high intensity, and if employees disagree, they were to simply leave. After this, it was expected that hundreds of employees of Twitter would leave the company, as this demand of Elon is not easy to fulfill. While Twitter employees were posting about their resignation using the trend #LoveWhereYouWorked, to no one's surprise, online communities were just making memes on the matter. For example, in one of the tweets, a girl with Elon Musk's face is smiling outside of a burning home, which showed the current situation of Twitter. Memes aside, this situation was more serious than it may appear to a regular person, which reportedly Elon was trying to convince its top employees to stay in the company. Twitter was forced to shut down its buildings for employees temporarily. In a report done Washington Post, Elon had told prospective partners that he planned to remove about 75% of the workforce of Twitter, while later during his visit to the headquarters of Twitter, he told his employees that he doesn't plan to increase his staff by that number. But the impact had been done already, and many employees resigned from Twitter after his acquisition. Let's talk about one of the most important factors of any online social platform. What do you think that is? It is its users, or to be more precise, its active users. The worth of any social media platform grows when its active users grow, as that means that ads being run on the platform can now be reached to a larger number of people. And when it comes to the factors affecting the revenue of Twitter, it seems like it is the only positive factor that will be discussed in this video. Reportedly, with each passing day, Twitter is setting new records for its active users, and Elon makes sure that the world knows about it by tweeting about it. He said, and I quote, "Twitter added 1.6 million daily active users this past week, another all-time high." This increase in active users is sure to have some positive impact on Twitter's revenue in some way or form. So will Twitter truly go bankrupt? It is not easy to say, but considering the fact that Twitter had to take loans of $13 billion in order to generate a source for completing the deal of $44 billion, Twitter will still have to do a lot before it can truly be out of the dark clouds.